Alright folks, welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. I'm the Mysterious JG. I had more than one video's worth of off-screening I did in the form of selling stuff. Going back and forth between Novak and a gunsmith, or gun runners, selling stuff. Gunrunner started with 8,000 caps. I bought some parts for my sniper rifle, carbon fiber parts that reduce the weight, and since I'll be carrying the sniper rifle around for pretty much the rest of the game, I thought it was worth it. But I got all their, I bought like a 1,500 cap item from them and got all 8,000 of their caps. So then I went over to Good Springs and the general store and sold the remainder of my junk to that guy. And when I say junk, I don't really mean junk. I basically decided that I was going to keep two pistols, a cowboy pistol, which has the highest stopping power of any pistol I had, and a silenced pistol. I was going to keep an assault carbine for machine gunnery, and I kept the sniper rifle itself. So no longer do I have like several different kinds of machine guns, many different kinds of pistols, most of them in storage since I didn't carry them around all the time. I also sold all the ammo for weapon types that I no longer have. I kept a couple of weapons I'm not using. I kept a minigun, I kept grenade launchers, some stuff that might be fun to trot out eventually, but is not for everyday use. And I sold all the armor, including the different faction armors. I had been keeping Legionnaires armor and stuff. I don't think I'm going to mess around with trying to disguise myself anymore. And I sold all my NCR armor. I kept all the combat armors we've got. There is better combat armor than what I've got now. But I kept the combat armor. I kept another suit of the power armor. Although the power armor Veronica's wearing is getting in bad shape, so I might just have to repair it with the other suit of power armor. Or maybe I already did that. I don't remember. I also, and in the process of doing that, I burned through one of my magazines for increasing your barter skill. I also took all of my ingredients and went to a campsite and made as many recipes as I could. That really didn't amount to much. I tended to be missing one ingredient for many different recipes. I used a Lad's Life magazine to boost things so that I could make some stuff. But ultimately, what I found out is I've got tons of ingredients and couldn't make very much out of any of them, in part because some of the best stuff, like Caravan Lunch, I was selling the pre-processed food items you can find, like RAM, and I sold squirrel on a stick, stuff like that. Turns out those were ingredients and things. I figured only the naturally recovered ingredients, like the meats and the different plants that you can find. No, there's things that were ingredients I should have held on to, but I sold them instead. So we didn't really get that much out of it. My survival skill basically means that single ingredient recipes, like turning Brahmin meat into Brahmin steak, I was able to do that a lot. Yeah, but really didn't work out all that well. So yeah, sold lots of stuff. I've now got lots of caps, or at least a lot more than I've ever had before. May come to regret selling some of the items I've got, but most of them were just sitting there not doing me any good. So yeah, and I cut all that out. It would have been more than a video's worth of just doing that, so I cut it out. But because you didn't have to sit through any of that, I am going to make you sit through a little musical interlude, because I missed the music from not only this game's radio, but from Fallout 3's radio, now that I've had to shut off the radio. So I'm going to regale you with the song. You can skip ahead. But I just wanted to say that times have changed, and we've often rewound the clock, since the Puritans got a shock when they landed on Plymouth Rock. If today any shock they should try to stem, instead of landing on Plymouth Rock would land on them. In olden days a glimpse of stocking was looked on as something shocking, but now God knows anything goes. Good authors too, who once knew better words, now only use four-letter words writing prose. Anything goes. If driving fast cars you like, if low bars you like, if old hymns you like, if bare limbs you like, if Mae West you like, or me addressed you like, why nobody will oppose. When every night the sun that's smart is intruding and nudist parties in studios. Anything goes. When Mrs. Ned McLean, God bless her, can get Russian Reds to yes her, then I suppose anything goes. When Rockefeller still can hoard enough money to let Max Gordon produce his shows. Anything goes. The world has gone mad today, and good's bad today, and black's white today, and day's night today, and that gent today you gave a cent today once had several chateaus. When folks who still can ride in jitneys find out Vanderbilts and Whitneys have baby clothes. Anything goes. If Sam Goldwyn with great conviction instructs Aniston in diction, then Anna shows anything goes. When you hear that Lady Mendel standing up now turns a handspring landing up on her toes. Anything goes. Just think of those shocks you've got and those knocks you've got and those blues you've got from that news you've got and those pains you've got, if any brains you've got for them little radios. So Mrs. R with all the trimmings can broadcast the bed from Simmons 'cause Franklin knows anything goes. Probably should have brought that down an octave. Might have been a little easier for me to sing and actually be on key. So those of you who have exacting musical takes, go ahead and complain. The rest of you, fuck off. And when I say exacting musical takes, I basically mean if you could have sung that significantly better, yay for you. In the meantime, let's go back to our adventure. So I ate some gecko steaks, drank some water out of the sink, which means I got irradiated, but who gives a shit. And Veronica is now pretty streamlined in what she's carrying.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
I'm not making her carry much at all. She's got a combat helmet, a laser rifle. She doesn't seem to have any ammo for it. This says microfusion cell. I guess that's not the same? I don't know. But she seems to be equipping that and not other stuff that I've given her. She's carrying flamer fuel. I don't know why I'm making her carry flamer fuel. You know what? I thought I had everything in perfect shape to get started, but I do need to mess around with her weapons. I need to give her some options. As you can see, well, maybe you can't see, but I did streamline my my ammo a bit. I used to have even more bizarre varieties of ammo.
Is it a dress?
I would love to give her a dress. So I really need to do that before this LP's over. Now she's got some shots with a laser rifle. But what happened to all the other stuff I gave her? Oh, I didn't give it to her yet.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it
I went straight to the ammo window. So she's not equipping anything. I guess I need to give her a chance
You're
to
making
decide
me
what she's
carry
gonna
the
equip.
heavy stuff, aren't you?
She's not equipping anything.
What's up?
Let's talk about your tactics. Let's talk about yourself.
Am I punching too much? I get carried away.
Let's talk about how close you're following me.
My recommendation? More punching.
I want you to use ranged weapons.
Are you talking to me or a future Veronica who is not already doing that?
Yeah, you see, I thought she was using ranged weapons, but she's not equipping anything. So what the fuck? Listen,
you're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
I'm not being stupid here, but you're not equipping stuff. Well, maybe she'll take it upon herself to equip something once. And Eddie, you shouldn't have anything. Good. Okay. And what am I? I'm carrying what my default is going to be from now on. And 152 weight out of 200. Oh man, I didn't really give. Oh well, I'm not. Jeez. So what am I carrying that I don't need to be carrying? Because that's carrying an awful lot of ammo. Maybe I can dump some of this ammo. Or maybe I could give a bunch of ammo to Eddie to carry. $86. Let's give Eddie. So I'll be left with 25. Yeah, the thing is, I don't really need to be carrying all the ammo for all these guns, probably. And I can... This is the killer right here. Fear is the mind killer. And I just have to talk to Eddie after battles and periodically get more ammo. Yeah, that took my weight down a lot. Okay, Eddie, you'll be my ammo guy. And I'll be your backdoor man. No! No, that was not a good thing to say, JG. Okay. Alright, so that's a lot better. Well, no, still more than half my weight carrying capacity is taken up before I even get started. But, you know, we're just going to have to live with it. Meanwhile, we can head over to NTR Correctional Facility. Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to be very popular there. What's up here? Quarry Junction. If we want to... Here's Black Mountain, and the last Brotherhood of Steel guy that we need to talk to is up there. So let's head over there, and then when we find them, we should... I think we'll find them before we actually get all the way into Black Mountain. God damn, I got some really nasty sound coming off of this. I don't know if it's my headphones or what. So I will... Well, it's dying out now. I'll have to check and see if this is something that's actually coming off of the connection. Like if it's going to be audible to you guys. There's our good buddy Snuffles. So we want to go northeast. That should keep us more or less away from the Deathclaws. We might want to go deal with those Deathclaws eventually. We should be in better shape to handle that kind of combat later. We're probably a good bit stronger than we were the last time we fought those Deathclaws. Certainly have better weapons, better wappets. The sniper's rifle should be... Well, there's something over here. We might be passing close enough to the young Deathclaw. Young Zapod's playing it safe. And that little shield, the red shield icon, I believe represented the fact that I would not be able to penetrate his armor and harm him at all using my bare hands. But of course, that's not the plan. In fact, the plan wasn't to fight these guys at all. So let's see if we can avoid fighting these guys at all. I feel like provoking him into a fight is just going to draw out more Deathclaws. And while it would be nice to clear that place out to help the good folks at Quarry Junction eventually, it's not my priority. So yeah, I sold a lot of armaments, including, what the hell is all that noise? Is that metal fatigue or something that we're hearing? Okay, well that looks like it's the path up Black Mountain right here. Let's get onto the path proper in case there's important plot events that we will miss if we are not on the actual path. I believe he did tell us, pick up some delicious cactus fruit that doesn't do me any good because I don't seem to be able to make any kind of awesome recipes. Did something go crazy with the color? Am I back down at Hidden Valley? I somehow got turned around and ended up back at Hidden Valley. We want to go... Yeah, northeast here. Oh yeah, I ended up back at Hidden Valley, which is why the color started getting wonky. I'm glad I noticed before we got too much farther off track. And the problem was I was trying to cut away from the Deathclaws as early as possible. I really don't want to get drawn into a lot of Deathclaw fighting, because there's no water for me to cheese them into. Neil's shack. This is where Neil Bush lives. He governs Florida from here. He hasn't been the governor of Florida for years, has he? Whoa. There's some kind of baddies over there. Let's see if we can't meet Neil
This is
before.
a dangerous place, human, especially for your
Whoa.
kind. I suggest you turn back. There's nothing good waiting for you further on.
Neil, you're a super mutant. You seem friendly for a mutant.
Keep saying things like that and I won't be so friendly. Not every super mutant is a brain-damaged brute. Many of us are just as intelligent as
Your
basic
lips
humans,
aren't
and the rest don't
moving
really
in
have any choice in the matter, do they?
sync with your words. Sorry about that. No offense intended.
And none taken, since you apologized.
What makes this a dangerous place?
You must have heard her radio broadcast. Though why a human would follow her invitation here is beyond me, unless you didn't listen very closely. The voice on the radio belongs to Tabitha, the supreme commander of Black Mountain, or as she calls it, the state of Utopia. She took control of this place almost 2 years ago.
If I didn't know this is where we were going, I would be so excited right now.
And she says humans are to be killed on sight.
Sounds like you've had enough of Tabitha. What if you had some help?
Help would improve the odds. Help might just make the difference. Alright, if you're good enough at what you do to meet me in the village up near the peak, we can talk further. I'll have a plan by the time I see you, if I see you. Good luck. It's gonna be a lot harder for you to get up there than it will be for me.
Okay, interesting. I kind of wish I'd talked to him.
Where battle cattle were involved. This is not acceptable.
I'll cut off the sound when the music starts.
Should never be seen running like a scared little human. I don't even know why I try. It's not like the dum-dums are even going to understand this. You heard her, Utopia. Beware the battle cattle, but don't fear the battle cattle. More after this.
So apparently, you can avoid killing super mutants to a certain extent here. Like, I really don't want to kill any more than necessary because I think it's possible to sort of befriend the super mutant, something you cannot do in later games. Oh no, I have to cut off the music. So now they're playing actual music. Okay, well, kind of caught up with me, didn't they? Oh, and I used a bunch of weapon repair kits on my carbine too, by the way. Why is everything on fire? One of them have a flamer? Oh, one of them's got a rocket launcher. Light machine gun. Heavy incinerator. Well, I'll be damned. I just really don't want Veronica or Eddie to get killed, but wow, Eddie's in trouble. Super Mutant Master, those guys were not kidding around. I really was hoping to... Okay, so yeah, I guess stim pack's in order. Stimpatic, whatever. Simpatico. Stimpack is worn off. Okay, let's get some more, talk to our man Eddie and get some of that ammo back from him since, become obvious that we're going to actually run through quite a bit of ammo fighting these guys now. Although I will try to go back to using the old sniper rifle. And I'm also going to try to avoid combat. Didn't really work that well early on. Didn't we kill 3 of them? Yeah, there's another one over here, I think. Or maybe that's just a bunch of rocks. One of them ran up to me, while the others kind of stayed back at a distance. Sledgehammer. Dun dun. Sledgehammer. So yeah, I want to try to like come up here and make peace with the mutants, but right now they've got orders to kill me on sight. Oh.
Accident. They were smarter, almost as smart as Nightkin, and were able to think and act for themselves. However, the first generation seems to have some kind of suicidal urge that they can't control. So far, all first-generation super mutants that have come to Utopia have left not soon after.
How strange. Why would anyone leave the safety and comfort that Utopia provides?
Why indeed, Rhonda? But now there's not a single first-generation super mutant in Utopia.
Except Neil.
Damn it, we already got spotted?
Well, I learned something today.
Ah, Nightkin, yeah. Nightkin can like cloak or something. Super sledge. Veronica, I have a gift for you.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
Oh, hold on, Veronica. I gotta shut off the radio again before we get in trouble for copyrighted music.
Ooh, got
I'd hate
something
for
good
this video to not be
Is it a
visible to people
dress?
because I've been looking forward to she likes melee, even though if I don't particularly like her using melee. Okay, so I've learned that I am not going to be able to probably sneak past Nightkin. Yeah, I didn't know that they could cloak during the day. I'd never actually encountered them before because I haven't played the earlier Fallout games they were in. But I had this vague notion that they could only cloak at night. And I thought by coming during the day I was avoiding that. Not that I really planned it particularly, but... yeah, I'd really like to avoid combat. I wonder if I can sneak up... avoid any of... oh! NCR trooper. Whoa. I'm going to save my game here because it looks like that would be a good idea. Yeah, I'm wondering if this is a side path where we can avoid some of our potential enemies, or if I don't know. Whoa, 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 whoa. I do not appear to have avoided that successfully. I wonder how bad that hurt me. You hurt me, Doc. That doesn't look like it got me at all. Maybe I did avoid it, and I thought that red was me taking damage. I could be missing some more bear traps in the tall grass, but I think that's pretty much it. Alright, well, seeing as I didn't take any damage, and Eddie and Veronica don't seem to have been killed by the giant rock, let's keep going this way. This is like that sequence from Wet, or Donkey Kong or any other of a million games where somebody seems to be rolling barrels down at you to kill you from above. Generally means you want to get up there. Let's check the old world map. Okay, I think we've avoided a whole stretch here. Possibly avoiding some of the there are definitely super mutant guards on our radar that I don't see anymore. Now, if we can't find a way to make friends with Tabitha or convince her that humans are okay, so it seems like their agenda made sense for them to be kind of pacifists, but
Thank you, Rhonda. That's a good point. As
she
you know,
still orders
one of the
them to
many
kill humans on
benefits of
sight.
living in Utopia is the ready availability of pet centaurs.
Ooh, I love the centaurs. They're just so cute.
Exactly, Rhonda. Who could resist those sweet little faces and that cute way they shuffle around on all those hands they have? But humans must be so caught up with their pleasant features that they forget the most important thing about centaurs.
And what might that be, best friend Tabitha?
Centaurs eat humans, Rhonda! You see,
Yeah.
humans are a lot smaller and much more tender than you or I, so centaurs naturally see them as food.
Ah, that would make it hard for them to get along, wouldn't it?
Indeed. Given the situation, I had to make a hard choice when I created Utopia. Do we invite weak, greedy humans who would just die anyway? Or cute, lovable centaurs who fight and die for us and ask nothing in return? After much deliberation, I went with the centaurs.
And there you
Yeah.
have it, Utopia. The next time you play with a huggable, lovable centaur, remember that best friend Tabitha made it all possible.
Time to turn off the radio again. Something, something, something. When you're moving in, but around, moving out. Yeah. Maybe I should have killed a bunch of super mutants on the way. I miss fighting super mutants in Fallout 3. Of course, these super mutants are green-skinned. Different part of the country. Maybe they'll eventually explain that, or maybe I'm supposed to figure it out for myself. And if I don't find this speech check thing that I'd mentioned, then I really could have just come up and done this a long time ago. And I am definitely going to get irradiated. You will get irradiated on this ride. I've discovered Black Mountain. I still got the rebreather on. Sorry, Brute. Wish I didn't have to do that. Oh, nice. I'm so awesome. Whoa. Good job, Eddie. Not sure where you ended up, Eddie, but you did a good job. There you are, Eddie. What up, gangsta? Okay, now being up here is not doing any good for our health as far as radiation levels are concerned. Oh no, I got weird echoey.
Who will we learn about today?
I guess it's time we talked about the dum-dums.
Oh, you mean the second generation Super Mutants who aren't so bright?
That's them. Dum-dums. That is,
They're very big and strong.
yes, they're just as big as other mutants and as strong as they look. Beyond that,
And there's a lot of them.
oh yeah. Dum-dums are the most common type of mutant that most travelers will encounter,
Okay,
and make up more than half the mutants here in Utopia.
Best friend Tabitha, some of our listeners may wonder how you can call them dum-dums on the air like this.
That's a good question, Rhonda. The truth is, they're so dumb, they don't even know that I'm talking about them right.
And that's another revealing look at mutant kind. Second generation super mutants. Big, numerous, dumb. More on
Damn.
this.
Music is getting awesome, but I did not I didn't really get find any Brotherhood of Steel Paladins, did I? Well, if I can solve the if I can reach Tabitha and somehow end the beef between her and the humans, it should be easy to explore this place at my leisure. Awesome. Right away is worn off. Let's take some more of that. I'm gonna need to find somebody to cure my radiation sickness when I get back down there, but I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing up here. Is there anything really cool that I should be accomplishing? I know we're getting near the end of a video, but now I'm kind of looking for a natural stopping point for a video. Is there any kind of really cool building up here that I could be heading for? There's Neil. Maybe I'll talk to Neil and then end the video. Okay, folks. I'm going to talk to Neil and then we'll end the video.
A pleasant surprise to see you made it. I'm ready to get started if you are.
Let's do it. But let's do it in the next video. This has been the Mysterious JG, folks. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. And I'll see you in the next video when we do it with Neil, the Super Mutant.